Welcome back to Pursuit of Happiness. It's been a while with school and work and Christmas. It's been very, very busy. So we haven't been able to put out many videos or really any videos. I tried to film the bathroom remodel and that didn't work out real well. So I ended up not posting that video. Maybe later I'll get around to editing it and making it better. But today we are starting a project that's going to be a couple of different videos, and this is something that I promised Tammy I would do and I haven't had time to do, so I am making time to do. This is going to be a dresser build. So we haven't had a dresser, and I am not a fan of buying furniture when I can make it. So I got some paper, drew out some general plans here. So I had an idea of what I'm going off of. I do best with paper and pencil, and kind of just generally sketch out my idea and then try to do it a little bit more specific with a ruler. And we've got some plans. We have wood and wood and wood and all kinds of scrap over there. But I'm gonna work on getting this together. I've got a little bit of time off of work, burning some more vacation days at the end of this year. And today in Florida, it is nasty weather. Rainy, gross, yuck. So we're working in here. Yeah, finishing that finally. Not a big finisher, I guess. So anyhow, what I'm doing right now is I've got 2 sheets of 3/4 inch red oak veneer plywood. Looking over what I want to use for the top. So this is going to be made in the same style as the nightstands that I made. And so I already know the general layout. It's oak veneer plywood, and then use actual hardwood oak around the edge, like that. And then we stain it all and polyacrylic it all. So I use Minwax both for the stain and for the polyacrylic. So right now I'm using my big drywall square and figured out which corner was the most square, and I'm kind of drawing out where the top will be with the best I can get. So all of this stuff was bought at the local orange big box store. So it's not super expensive. You can see that it is what, 5 plies? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ply plus the 2 veneer coatings. So it's, you know, it's kind of expensive because of where I bought it, but it's not the best of the best of the best. But it's what I had locally, so it's what I got. And I'm gonna draw this out and we can kind of get a feel for where the cuts are gonna be, and maybe start taking some cuts through this wood and mocking a few things up. So let's see what we can get into. So I already laid out the top. I know the ultimate dimension to my top is going to be 24 inches across, 24 inches deep. And I'm going to have it wrapped all the way around with this 1.5 inch oak. So I took away the 3 inches for the oak. That'll give me my final 24 inch. It's Christmas, so FedEx is driving through the neighborhood. So this, I drill a line at 21 inches, and then I need to be 6 feet long. So my 6 feet will be 6 feet, which is 72 inches minus the 3 inches, because 1.5 on each side gives me 69 inches, which I measured to here. And then I can screw the line here. So that'll give me, this will be the top of the dresser itself. Now, when I did this with the nightstands, the thickness of these oak boards are just maybe a 30-second thicker than the plywood. But all in all, I got it to work out well. A little bit of planing and a little bit of sanding, and it was fine. The biggest thing with these veneers from the big box stores is that you have to be very careful sanding the veneer side, because it will, well, I guess they both have veneer on them, but the better, the A side, you'll sand right through that veneer if you're not careful. So you have to be very aware of what you're sanding. But this is going to be used as the top. I'm going to use more of the oak for the 2 sides, and then I have the second sheet that's going to be all the false fronts. I also got edge banding, which I believe it's inside. I also got edge banding, so I will, the drawer fronts will be edge banded with red oak edge banding, and the drawers themselves are going to be made out of 1/2 inch plywood, just regular, I believe it's birch or sandy plywood, but just regular 1/2 inch will make the drawers. So this can be my first cut, but I need to figure out what I want to do for the sides themselves, and I might cut the side panels out of this remainder part of the board. All right, so I have the top flipped over now. You can see this is the B side. This is the bad, crappier side. This is going to be the bottom side of the top. That will be the viewable side of the dresser. So now what I need to do is, I think I'm going to measure out and do the banding of the oak around this top. That way the top will be completed and I can start building upside down the rest of the frame from there. So next step is work with the pieces of oak. So I've got my 2 long boards. 6 foot long. My 2, they'll go on these sides. And then the short ones will go in between. And then because these are a little bit more than a true 1.5 inches, they're actually, well, it's about 1.5 inches. Maybe a 32nd or so, but I'm going to plane this down a little bit once I get it all mounted up, centered up as much as I possibly can. We'll get these put on, and I'm going to use pocket holes. Just put pocket holes into the dresser top and screw into the oak, so they'll be going into the oak itself, the solid oak. And mount all of those up, and then I can plane down the sides, and the top will be pretty well completed. Just a little bit of light sanding, and I can begin building on top of it. So let's get the pocket hole jig out, and we'll get some holes cut into this piece of plywood. Begin to glue and screw. Make sure I have the side I want up. This side. And this is the end of episode 1. Have the table, the dresser, countertop put together. This is going to glue up. Started with a quick sand down the edges, rounded off the corners a little bit. Still need to do, obviously the finish sanding, but that will be the top of the dresser. And that is the end of episode 1. Now, tomorrow I have to go to work, and we have a couple more days until Christmas, and then I have the week of New Year's off, and we will continue this journey. Thank you for watching if you made it this far. And regardless of what you do, whether it's woodwork or install a pool or go camping in an RV, just remember that regardless of what you do, don't forget to pursue your happiness.